See, Jnana Yoga requires a certain intellectual capability, a certain sharpness of the intellect. But Bhakti Yoga does not require you to have intellectual incapability, nor does intellectual incapability guarantee Bhakti. Why I am saying this is, because extremes look similar, I see that people often try to cover their stupidity saying that it is heart and it is devotion and whatever. Stupidity is not stupidity is not devotion. Devotion is a way of dissolving oneself. See, if we are using the intellect, we should use that properly. And if we are trying to use the emotions, we should use them properly. But usually what happens is, man says he surrenders to God, but then God is not running the world to his liking mostly. So he will keep aside his surrender and start questioning, begin to inquire, and then midway his inquiry, when his inquiry chokes, because intellect is not sharp enough, it cannot probe enough, it cannot see the dead end very clearly, it will suddenly bring in God, because God is a joker card which can substitute any argument. You can bring in God anywhere, anytime, as a justification for your arguments. So God will be brought in, and then intellect will be kept aside. So in short, man is neither truly devotional nor truly inquiring. So when we say devotion, there is so much importance given to Nama Japa. See, the utterance of few names should melt you away. Like Ram. If the name is not bringing tears to you, you are not saying it right. If the name is not bringing tears to you, you are not saying it right. If you are using the name to make intellectual statements, it's better you not say it. Sometimes people say that I am an intellectual, but I speak from the intellect because I see that is what people need. Although people speak of God, although people say they are not intellectual, all I see is that all of them are intellectuals. They have converted God also into an intellectual commodity. To do whatever you want, and then bring in God as justification. To make casual statements and then say God. Utter God very casually. It's better you don't utter these words, because you are still intellectual. You say you are not. You are still. You have intellectual conclusions for everything, and then you say you are not intellectual. You have intellectual conclusions for everything, including God. And when someone tries to give you clarification on that, when someone challenges your intellectual conclusions, you escape saying, I am not intellectual. In fact, everyone is intellectual. If you were not, it would have become evident immediately. That is why I always avoid speaking about things such as God and grace, because these things are not to be talked about. Jnana Yoga is a way of using the intellect very sharply and hitting a dead end. That is also a way. There is no doubt about it. What gave me breakthrough or the ice breaking was the intellect. Not for one moment will I belittle the intellect. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that being very sharp with the intellect does not mean that one does not know what is devotion. They are not exclusive. Intellect is only to deal with the world. Devotion is for self-indulgence. Now anyway, I am uploading a video.